the government, through the Ministry of Finance and other stakeholders in the matter of the finance area, had just come out to put a pool of 200 billion Ugandan shillings for the small enterprises for recovery. This particular amount was to help them through recovery. Now, as we speak here, the Uganda Development Bank has put in place an opportunity, or I would call it funds that are meant to help the women entrepreneurs in Uganda. So the women entrepreneurs, if you're out there, this is the opportunity for you. And speaking of entrepreneurs, this time we're speaking of women entrepreneurs. There are a number of initiatives that have been taking place. And if we say these issues include, let's, for example, take the financial support that has actually been put in place for not only the women, but also look at a scenario whereby most of the platforms that are in place have created room for most of it. Support is going to be in form of soft loans, because normally people, when people hear the word support or finances, they feel that things are going to come on a free. But this time around, the financial support is coming in form of soft loans from 50 million shillings to 900 million shillings, which can be assessed by women entrepreneurs either individually or as a cooperative group. This aims at addressing concerns by women entrepreneurs about not benefiting from the previous government COVID-19 relief packages because they were not sufficiently tailored to suit their needs. According to Patricia Ojangole, who is the Managing Director, Uganda Development Bank. The bank recently, and it was a deliberate move, that put in place some initiative programs and product offerings aimed at supporting the female small and medium-sized enterprises, and it amplified the process of application for credit facilities. Area Were, who is the investment manager and of special programs at the Uganda Development Bank, noted that through these financing solutions, women are now going to be able to access working capital as low as 50 million Ugandan shillings with flexible payment periods, and also providing land loans to expand their projects. So this is an idea of saying that the women entrepreneurs also benefit from such initiatives. Mainly when you look at the small and medium-sized enterprises that are out there in Uganda, some of them have not got the chance of getting income or of getting money that is going to support the growth of their businesses. And speaking of which, if their growth of their business has not been helped or enabled, it creates a bigger challenge for some of their businesses to survive. This is where we've seen businesses starting up in the first year and collapsing in just a short term, maybe second year or third year. So in this regard, it is on this particular matter that, according to Patricia Ojangole, this was deliberately put in place aimed at supporting women and simplifying the process of application for the women. So the Uganda Development Bank has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Uganda Women Entrepreneurs Association. So the women entrepreneurs out there, have you heard of this particular association? Because I think the only other challenge that is there with the entrepreneurs is the fact that some of them lack access to information, more so meaningful information, which they can use to tap into the available opportunities for them. Look at the scenarios here whereby people always think of getting opportunities, but when they lack information, and some of the Ugandan businessmen or businesswomen or the trader community has a challenge of engaging in associations or of being put under associations because most of them, I think, feel that they do not need to be under a given association to run their life. That is where you see that most of these associations have completely failed to actually strive. They've completely failed because they lack a supportive team to grow with them. They lack the teamwork, or they lack individuals that are going to push it. Ugandans don't want to converge, and it is something that is costing the development of some of these associations. And that is when the government is actually looking for the associations or for a grouping to forward the recovery funds. There are very few individuals. That is when you see ghost groups being set up, and money is misallocated. Money goes to the wrong circles, or money goes to the wrong groups, or to the wrong associations. And the major beneficiaries fail to get the money at the expense of the others who are well prepared. So if you look at this, looking at the scenario where the Uganda Development Bank has signed this memorandum with the Uganda Women's Entrepreneurship Association to support up to 2 million women entrepreneurs who are operating small and medium enterprises with access to finance. So it is to help them change the narrative of finance, or change the way they get this money. Because the Uganda Development Bank realized some of them face challenges. One, on the processes to follow when they are following up on the cases of the issue of money, and what are the do's and the don'ts. So if you're to look at that, you can greatly see the impact of what is happening from here. So look at the scenario here. The financial support is going to be in form of soft loans, like I said. And if we say soft loans, this start from 50 million up to 900 million shillings, which can be accessed by women entrepreneurs, either individually or as a cooperative group. So if you're going on an individual basis, that means you have a stand that shows that you're ready for it. And if you're going as a cooperative, the members have to agree on the amount of money the two of you or the group is going to actually go for. So this is where we are looking at the argument still. And away from that, the chairperson of the Uganda Women Entrepreneurs Association Limited, that is Barbara Ofono, said since Uganda Development Bank previously used to lend people starting from 100 million shillings and also asked for many requirements, it impeded a lot of women entrepreneurs to access funds for their businesses from the bank. So they decided to run away from the bank. Therefore, most of them opted to other banks, which are mainly private financial institutions. And their interest rates were very high, to the extent that some of them couldn't manage to go and apply for the loans. So that means a few of those who could make it went out and got the loans. The requirements to get a loan from the Uganda Development Bank has now been revised, mainly targeting the small-scale women entrepreneurs, with about 150 women entrepreneurs have already placed in their applications for the funds. This is set to help beef up their businesses and be able to grow them with time to time. So from that regard, let's first check out this story as we sum it up as well. The financial support is going to be in form of soft loans starting from 50 million shillings to 900 million shillings, which can be accessed by women entrepreneurs either individually or as a cooperative group. This aims at addressing concerns by women entrepreneurs about not benefiting from previous government COVID-19 relief packages because they were not sufficiently tailored to suit their needs. According to Patricia Ojangole, the managing director of Uganda Development Bank, the bank recently deliberately put in place some initiative programs and product offerings aimed at supporting women, small and medium enterprises, and simplified the process of application for credit facilities. Area Were, the investment manager of special programs at the Uganda Development Bank, noted that through these financing solutions, women are now going to be able to access working capital as low as 50 million shillings, flexible payment periods, and also provide land loans to expand their projects. He added that they are looking at all kinds of businesses, whether sole proprietorships, partnerships, cooperatives, associations, or limited companies, where the owner will only need to fill out an application form with minimum requirements of presenting either a bank statement, cooperative statement, SACCO statement, or mobile money statement, plus a national ID, Credit Reference Bureau, CRB card. The chairperson of the Uganda Women Entrepreneurs Association Limited, Barbara Ofono, said since Uganda Development Bank previously used to lend people starting from 100 million shillings and also asked for many requirements, it impeded a lot of women entrepreneurs to access funds for their businesses from the bank, thereby sending them to other banks which ask for very high interest rates. Requirements to get a loan from the Uganda Development Bank have been revised, mainly targeting the small-scale women entrepreneurs. About 150 women have already placed in their applications for the funds, which will help to beef up their businesses and be able to grow them. The financial support is going... The requirements to get a loan from the Uganda Development Bank have so far been revised. And like I said, mainly targeting the small-scale women entrepreneurs, and about 150 women have already placed in their applications for their funds. This will help to beef up their businesses and be able to grow them. So the women entrepreneurs in Uganda, if you're an entrepreneur out there, this is an opportunity for, if you are a female in the side of the small and medium-sized enterprises, this is an opportunity for you to go and apply for these loans from the Uganda Development Bank. This time around, the pool to actually apply for the loan is as low as 50 million. Last time it was starting from 100 million Ugandan shillings. This time around, they have lowered it to 50 million Ugandan shillings. Why? Because most of these people are actually claiming that with 100 million, it is a huge amount of money for small startups or for small circles. Remember, if you look at the some who go as cooperatives to actually apply for these loans, and if you tell them you're supposed to start from 100 million, you're limiting the number. So that means you're giving the opportunity for only the micro and medium-sized enterprises to actually take part in this. So at the end of it all, Uganda Development Bank realized that it is suitable for them because according to Eria Were, who is the investment manager of special programs at the Uganda Development Bank, he noted that through these financing solutions, to access working capital as low as 50 million, and it will, if you look at even the flexible period of time for them to clear off, will actually help them expand their projects in time, because they've given you a flexible payment period when you return the money with simple interest rates. He also added that they are looking at all kinds of businesses, whether sole proprietorships, partnerships, associations, or limited companies, where the owner will only need to fill out an application form with the minimum requirements of representing either a bank statement, a cooperative statement, a SACCO statement, or mobile money statement, plus a national ID and a Credit Reference Bureau card. That is the CR. If you look at this time around, it is centered on the women entrepreneurs, giving room for them to also expand their growth. Someone here was asking, is it because the managing director of Uganda Development Bank is Patricia Ojangole? No, not so. But we've had a challenge with women startups, with the fact that they lack a lot of support. We've seen them, and we all know women, they are the mothers in society normally. And you see a mother will need more of the effort than the father, because she has to do the motherly roles at home. She has to do a lot, you know, the activities associated to a woman. But at the end of it all, if she sacrifices that and adds on to a package, works for her own and for her family, then you need to make initiatives that are going to support her businesses to grow. And in one way or the other, you can see that this is to help everything grow in one way or the other. It is to champion the growth of women entrepreneurs. We've had them. We have a number of women entrepreneurs in Uganda, a number of associations covering Ugandan women, a lot of circles that bring together these women. So with such an opportunity, it gives them chance to rise up and grow their businesses. There are projects and into bigger projects, from small to medium, from the medium to bigger platforms as well. With this pool, it is a high time most of them took the chance to actually get going. So if we are to mention women entrepreneurs, and if we are to mention entrepreneurship in Uganda, we would definitely spend a whole day of saying that. But the bigger challenge has always been, how can they get funding? And here is an opportunity from the Uganda Development Bank. So it is a chance for them to actually apply for these soft loans. And this means if they are to apply for soft loans, they'll be having an opportunity to rise up and develop their projects and develop their business in that way around. Okay. All right, as I'm summing this up, for all of you that have actually been joining the conversation, thank you very much from all that were with us as we started it off. It is the month of December, just to remind you, in the month of December, you should learn to give and you should learn to care a lot. Because normally it is the month of February that is associated to love because of the Valentine's Day. But if you're to look at the month of December, being a month of festivities, a month of sharing with loved ones, you should put it at the back of your mind that sharing is giving. And giving is sharing in one way or the other. And you should give wholeheartedly. Try to put it in the back of your mind that you should share the little you have with others. Let this month be filled with festivities and filled with love in your hearts. Please do share with your neighbor. And to all of those, how about if you share by driving your business with us? Follow us on social media. That is Twitter, Smart24TV, Facebook, Smart24TV. The official website is www.smart24tv.com. And I'm Joram Posonko on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Let's follow each other. Let's talk business, because we are driving the business and in that way. Coming up after this is Yugi Tukole with Fred Makubia. So do make sure to catch up more of the updates from the local scene and down from the different markets in Kampala to check out how far the different markets are faring in terms of business. And of course, because here is what we do is to drive your business. I'm Joram Posonko, and it's a goodbye for now.